Hi guys! Well, finally, I'm here to do the final flip through of the cooking theme journal. It's been a while, sorry, I did have 2 months break in between making this, but we finally got the finished journal. And it's a biggie. It's very heavy. So, that's the cover. Sorry the glare from the light. The picture's not actually that shiny in real life, but I've got a lamp above me that kind of makes it look shiny. Anyway, let you get a closer look. And that's the top. It's got 5 signatures. Now, I haven't done the measurements or counted the pages or anything, but this will be available in my Etsy shop, and I'll put all of the measurements and page total pages and all of that in the listing. So that's the side. It did end up a chunky monkey, but that's how it sits. So kind of sits like that. Not too bad. Oop, no, a little bit more than that. Okay, so that's the cover. I've just got layers of old curtain lace, coffee dyed fabric, hessian. And if you're just joining my channel now, I've got a playlist in the description box below of us making this journal. And that was the back, coffee dyed fabric, the spine. I've got hidden stitching, hidden signatures, and I've got a charm or a dangle on the spine. So it's a simple one. It's got a brad with a loop, a lobster clasp, so you can take the dangle off if it annoys you, or you can add to it, and some beads and a little milk picture or jug charm there, because she's got one on the cover. Anyway, let me sit down and give you a flip through. So I'll just put that up there. Now, I won't go into it in too much detail because I have been flicking through this non-stop while we made it. So you can go back to this if you want to see how it's made, or how I've made a pocket, or what, or more detail about the ephemera in there. So I'll just give a quick flip through. Okay, so the inside cover, just got some old paper from Electronics magazine and a wallpaper pocket. I don't know if you can see on camera this wallpaper. It's got like a little speckle glitter in it, very fine, and it's quite textured. That's just a little Australian stamp there, a real stamp. It's one of my handmade giant tags. And this is the same picture that's on the front. I found this old envelope to pop in it. This is an original. It's from January 1957. And it says, on Her Majesty's service, it's to the Treasurer, the Oxford Committee for Famine Relief, care of Barclays Bank, High Street, Oxford. So that's an original envelope. Thought it was a bit funny that this is for famine relief, so I popped it in the cooking journal. Anyway, it looks like they were maybe making a donation. It says, CHQ, check number 161. So in there, I've popped an old check. And this came in that giant Happy Mail that I filmed the other day from Renee at Renee's At It Again. So I've popped a check in there, since that's what would originally have been in the envelope. The flap is not on there. It's just been torn open, but still, it's a lovely old envelope. And this, I didn't make this on camera. This little piece of ephemera came from Kirsten at Penny Rose Journals. And then I've just got some old book page and barcode and encyclopedia picture on it. I think that little piece was from Kirsten as well. And I've just stitched a scrap of Hessian on it. I love these old envelopes. I've got a little supply of them that I've slowly been using, popping one in each journal. Okay, let's get on with it. It's an old recipe from a newspaper. I've done lots of stitching in this journal, lots of sewing on the pages, and I've left all of the threads still attached, just hanging free, because I just love the look of all threads hanging out. But if they annoy you, you can snip them off. Okay, recipe for vanilla slice. I love that picture. You see the old newspaper or something behind it. Lots of collaged pages. It's another old recipe I found in a magazine or in a book or something. Someone had clipped from a newspaper or magazine, and it had the old tape around it. I'll see, I can't help but tell you where everything's from, can I? These are old photo album pages that I've extended and covered. This is an original page from a small 1957 diary that I've got. Isn't it cute? It's only one small diary. I've been using one page in each journal so I can share it about. Coffee dyed graph paper. This is 1968, I think it was, stamp catalogue. Coffee dyed paper. To flip out, this is some really thick brown paper that I've been given. It's almost like a card. It's magazine image, small cluster. So there's lots of writing space. So you can add your own stuff. This was a front cover off an old egg recipe book. So I popped some egg ephemera in there. So these were some pages from that recipe book. Look at the colour and the little diagrams. It's so lovely. These aren't coffee dyed. This is the actual colour of the pages. So they're just stamp recipes. Oh, what am I saying? Stamp recipes. They're egg recipes. And oh, I found this photo the other day I popped in. Egg Studio Crafts. I don't know where that is, but I thought it was cute, so I've popped that in there. Little egg recipe, how to make an omelette, and a blank egg recipe card. Collage pages, old magazine or newspaper. These are some stacked recipe card pockets. I think these were from the 70s. There are some newer ones later on in the journal. Little stamp cluster. Coffee dyed accounting paper. It's a page from a diary. Just had a pretty flower there. Thought I'd pop that in. Coffee dyed ledger. Some collage pages and just a little scrap fabric cluster. Love and Marriage and Food. This is just a handmade envelope out of the pages were out of a cooking book, and I've popped a little faux photo in there. Goes in there. And they're just some handmade tags. cluster. These are vintage cookbook pages, and I've just covered the text so you've got some writing space. I've used lots of coffee dyed grungy papers in here. So more writing space. Little flip out. Just a book page pocket and tall tag. This was out of a cooking magazine. So you can use that as a tag or a bookmark. Coffee dyed papers. It's the other side of that little 1957 diary. It's so cute. More photo album pages. So lots of sewing. Coffee dyed ruffle. And that's just a pocket page. This I found in one of the cookbooks. So I've popped it in. I think it's German. Someone clipped it out of a magazine and had it in there. It was in a fondue cookbook. So pop that in there. It's from an encyclopedia. Okay, this is the second signature. It's a little diary page. Some recipes for jams. These are original photos. If you didn't watch the series of putting together, you may not be able to tell, but there are clear little photo corners here, so you can actually take these photos out if you want. These were wartime pictures. So they're the little photo corners. The photo album that I pulled them out of, the black page came up with the back of it, so that's what you're seeing there. And this paper was some paper out of a photo album that I coffee dyed. I love these old pictures. That's some tracing paper. Not tracing paper. This is typing paper or something like that. My dad gave me a pad of this from his old business, and this isn't coffee or tea dye. That's the actual colour. I think it was drawing paper he called it. Something like that. Dyed papers. So I've put lots of old pictures in there of families at dinner tables and dinners and stuff like that. Some old curtain lace. Accounting paper. Okay, I've got a big pocket here. Picture of an old stove, little cluster. This was out of a, was it Norwegian magazine from 68 or 63? I've forgotten already. And I'm too blind to read it, sorry. I think it was 68 from memory. But it's got the grey old ads look, the coffee pot. Just love it. This was a kitchen from that same magazine. And that was an old ad. This was the back page of the magazine that had fallen off. So I popped that in as well. Cascade. I don't know if that brand still exists or not, but look at this old grill. Hibachi records. Okay, this is a paper bag pocket page. This is a big pocket there, and I've made a little cookbook out of a bigger cookbook. So this was the original cover. It had 20 cents on it. And these aren't dyed either. That's the original cut. That's like the actual page. Just natural discolouring and aging. So I made a little cookbook there. That was the front and back. Whoops. Pop that in there. Picture from an encyclopedia. More coffee dyed accounting pages or ledger pages. It's just a recipe. And in the other side of that pocket, I've got another little cookbook. So this was fondue. This was actually the inside page. The end page, I think, of or the fly page of the cookbook. And I'll just pop some fondue recipes in there. Yes, and this is the page, if you remember, I sewed in upside down. That was meant to be the back page. That's okay. It's a junk journal. You can have an upside down page. Okay, other side of that, there's another pocket. This is just measurements. Measures and conversions. So it's got liquids, length, solids, temperatures. That was a photo of a breakfast table by the looks of it. I don't know where that's come from, whose it is. I was given a whole bunch of photo albums with very random photos. So you can keep it like that, cover it up, make it into a pocket, a journal card, whatever, right on the back of it. Thought I'd pop that in there since there was a little teapot. More coffee dyed accounting paper, brown paper bag. This was some dyed pages I did ages ago. I can't even remember what I dyed that with. Some more recipes. It's a picture out of a cookbook or magazine. Can't recall now. It's been so long I've made it. And it's just backed onto some manila folder, I think it was. These are some recipes out of an old book on baking bread. That's a lovely picture. These are some coffee dyed pages that I did on an ironing board. I love the effect. It's another magazine image. This was food packaging cardboard. I was originally going to make it a pocket, but I just put it in there as decorative. It was some German beer that my husband had. It's another little stamp catalogue. This is like a large pharmacy bag that I've collaged over and turned into a pocket page. And I've just got a giant journal card in there. Okay, it's a Chinese recipe, and I've got a little fold out there with some chopsticks in that pocket. So these are unopened. I just love the packaging on the chopsticks. Look how sweet it is. So cute. So I've popped those in there. I think it's really cute peeking through that. This is an envelope pocket. So all of these I showed how to make during the series, if you want to go back and watch. This cookbook was really good because all the recipes, it had in Chinese and in English. And they all fit to one page. Oh, this is a ticket that I found in some... I can't recall if it was in an old book or it could have come out of the photo albums that I was given. But that's an original little ticket. Cook's Cottage, City of Melbourne, admit 1 adult. I've just glued that down and sewn around it. Thought it was cute. That's just decorative. It's not a pocket. It's just a nice picture. This is original ledger paper from 1927. So it's almost 100 years old. 23rd of November 27. Look at the beautiful writing. These pages are actually, it's one of those really tall, skinny ledgers. So the bottom has been trimmed off. But gorgeous, gorgeous papers. Another fabric ruffle. This is the other side of the pharmacy bag. And I've just got a large recipe card in there. Lemon almond tart. These little stamp catalogue pages, this particular one is very delicate. You can leave it there as decorative or rip it out if you want and use it to make embellishments or whatever. It's really cute. That's a coaster. And because it was from a bistro, deli, wine bar, I've popped some cocktail recipes in there. These are German, I believe. Yes. This is a piece off an old tea towel. Like an actual real tea towel. See? Gotta keep it cooking themed. So lots of writing space. Baking bread. I love this picture. In that pocket, I've got a recipe card. That's it's not old, this one. Peaches with almond filling. This one says small cakes. It's a blank recipe card. Actually, I think these were the dividers between the recipe cards, maybe. I don't know if you write your own recipe on it. This is a write your own recipe one. And another German recipe card. These are some more recipe cards from the 70s. These recipe cards, they had all different countries. So you'll see the little flag and it says what country they're from. So they're in English, but just recipes relating to that country. Little cluster with a stamp. Another little pocket. It's a coffee dyed index card with a stamped mushroom. Mushroom tag. Some little random tag I've just popped in there. And a little original mushroom stamp. I love these. They're so cute. Okay, what have I got here? I've forgotten, it's been so long. It's just a little tiny rusty bulldog clip. In here I've put a whole cloth napkin. Now this, my grandmother always had cloth napkins, and she had a lot like this, but I also picked up some at op shops over the years, so I don't know if this was one of my grandmother's or an op shop one, but I've just popped the whole thing in there. You can cut it up or do whatever you like with it. That's some recipe cards. And a pocket page with some of my faux washi tape that I made. So this I've just clipped here, and this clip kind of holds these in. It's a large collaged envelope, and it's got a top loading pocket. And in there I've put some more of these recipe cards and just tied them together with string, so you can cut that off and separate them if you want. That's an advert from that old Nordic magazine. They're so cool. I love those old ads. Some film strip and a tiny little pocket here. Just got a teeny tiny tag in there. And James, if you're watching, I put this in for you. He messaged me a couple of months ago while I was working on this journal, and my friend James, he had Chinese that night, and he had fortune cookies, and he messaged and said there was no fortune in my cookie. I don't know why. I thought that was so hilarious. Anyway, so I've put a fortune in here for you, James. I can't read it because I'm too blind at the moment, but this is actually a fortune that he sent me in a Happy Mail years ago. I've popped it onto some scrap brown paper so that you can pull it in and out easy. So there you go, James. There's your fortune. I don't know why that makes me laugh. I'm going to get the giggles again. He had no fortune in his cookie. That's some dyed papers that, look how they came out. So nice. Another little recipe. It's the other side of that large envelope. Look at that ad. Tea kettle. It's so cool. And in here I've put a little booklet that I made. Oops, I don't even have room on my desk to get it in and out of the pocket. That was a picture out of a cooking magazine. And I've just put some brown paper bag pages in there. Isn't it cute? So that's a picture of an actual old cookbook. Oh, this is just dyed papers around there, so that's the magazine image. And I love how that picture peeks through the envelope window. Okay, this is a bit of a random pile here. So, that's some more of my faux washi. That's a page out of an old children's encyclopedia. I just thought the picture was really cute. You can find a use for that. Now this, A few years ago, a friend of mine, she gave me a bunch of stuff, crafting stuff, before she passed away, and this was in it. So she must have gone somewhere. Jonah's on the beach for lunch, and on the back she had, I think she got all the people that attended to sign it and put their names. So I don't know, I couldn't chuck that out. I thought that was really sweet. You can use that for something. And this is Mediterranean buffet. This was sent to me in a Happy Mail years ago. I can't recall who from though. I think they've just stamped on top, but it's really pretty, so I've popped that in there. So it's a bit of a random pocket. More photo album. That's fabric ribbon. Old toaster. That's out of an old newspaper. These little pictures that you see throughout, I think I had another one here. They're all little food ones. Like this is some sort of berry, and I think this was wild garlic. I can't read them, sorry. I have left the names of them. Coffee dyed doily. Some more of that beautiful paper. Recipes from Grandmother's Kitchen. There's a few little recipes there. Soups. Pocket page, that's just some scrap wallpaper down the side. And in here, I've put a few photos from those random photos that I've been given. And some postcards. So these ones were all markets. This one, Salamanca Market, Tasmania. That's a postcard. It's an original. It's stamped 2004. What else? And these photos, oh gosh, I forgot the name. It was Pike's Market, I think, in Seattle. Public Market. Farmers Market. So I've put all those in there. You can find a use for those. I think they're quite cool. This one, Farmers Market. And in here's some random photos and postcards. So this is Sky Garden. This is these are original postcards, so original postage stamps and writing. This is Sky Garden here in Sydney. I don't know who these are. I'm assuming that's the people on the postcard. This is an actual photo that they've turned into a postcard. So they're having dinner there or lunch. And this one stamped January 2005. This one's another photo turned into a postcard. And it's stamped January 2004. Pyengana Dairy Company, Tasmania. I may not be saying that right. Anyway, things like these photos, if because you know you don't know who this random couple is. If you don't want to keep it like this, you can always just make it a pocket, glue there, and make it a postcard pocket, because the writing and the stamps and that are quite nice. Same with these postcards. You know, just turn it into a pocket if you like. And this was just a photo. New York Deli restaurant. Chicago Bears breakfast, $10. I won't read you what's on the menu because I've read it in a previous video. Okay, so pocket pages. Let's get on with it. Oh, this I added in at the last moment. I found a little Girl Guides badge with a little cooking pot, which I thought was so cute. So I've just made it into a little cluster. This was a calendar page that I've covered the back with brown paper, so you can write on it. That was a handmade tag that I made a while back. This is an old toaster picture. And I've just turned that journal card or tag into a pocket. I've put some more of those old bread recipes in there. I love that paper. This paper, it feels really nice. Another fabric ruffle. This was a page out of an electronics magazine. It's, I think, what was it? Electronic household appliances. Yeah, some sort of electronic engineering books that I've got. Just love those old diagrams. So just turn that into a whole page pocket, sewn the sides. This was some more clippings from magazines that was in the front of those fondue recipe books. And they're in German again. So I've just popped that whole thing in here. They're kind of interesting. Little book page pocket, and in here, just a butterfly tag. With some old lace. In here is an original photo from 1939. The writing's in another language. I can't remember if they were from Lithuania or Belarus or somewhere like that. Yeah, can't recall. But yeah, that's an original photo. It was in this little plastic thing. I've left it in there. The little plastic holder is a bit beaten up and grungy, but you can take it out of that if you want. I've just left it in there. Kind of protects it a little. And down the bottom, this little girl at the stove with the old kettle. Look, that's a faux photo, so I made these a while back. Coffee dyed doily. Okay, some more recipe cards. These are the newer. This is the newer one. This one and this one. I'm not sure what year they're from. This is another one of the vintage ones. I get a good laugh out of some of these old recipes. Some of them are a bit scary. And in this pocket, that was a picture from an old children's encyclopedia as well. Just thought it was really sweet. Okay, what's in here? I've got another recipe card. Giant recipe card. And a little bread book. Isn't this sweet? This is one of the old school readers. I just think they're gorgeous. So sweet and innocent. Little staples of Rusty. I was going to make journal cards or something out of it, but I thought it's too sweet to pull apart, so I've left it in there. You can do whatever you want with it. And, well, I've got to put some food packaging tags in there, don't I? Red velvet cupcakes and Sara Lee French cream. Get some junk in your journals. This is a full page out of an encyclopedia as well. Toffee apples. I just thought it was really sweet, so I'll put it as the back page. Little cluster with book spine. And the back pockets. I've got another large journal card in here. And this is a little scrap cluster book thingy that I made with all the scraps on my desk. So this is a kitchen check. This also came in that giant Happy Mail from Renee. And I thought, oh, perfect. I'll pop it in my cooking journal. So I've just sewn some scraps on there that you can tear off to use when embellishing and stuff, like a little strip of paper with holes, music paper, foreign language book. Some old lace. It's foreign language. Whoops. Hubby's trying to kick me out of my room. Little scraps. So I thought that was cute. I'm going to make some more of those because I just love them. Anyway, that goes in there. And that's it. That's my cooking journal. You're probably sick of seeing it, but I hope you like it. It turned out gorgeous. I really love how it turned out. It's big, it's heavy, it's got lots of original ephemera in there and handmade. So anyway, this will be in my Etsy shop if you're interested. The link is in the comments box below. And thank you for your patience while I put that together. Thanks for watching. Bye.